Canelo really was trying, couldn't get to him. He looked a bit frustrated.
It became a fight where Crawford made it where Canelo, to have any chance, he had to go get close. So he had to go through a bad neighborhood.
Yep.
And Crawford mugged him. It's that simple. He had to go through a bad neighborhood.
I told y'all he is a monster.
Yeah.
Listen, man, Canelo's a good fighter, man.
Yeah.
He made the fight look normal, guys. He made it look normal. Canelo left out of face with the cherry red face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, but they have him off.
The boxing world is still buzzing after Canelo Alvarez's stunning defeat to Terence Crawford. The upset has ignited heated debate over the Mexican superstar's future and whether retirement may now be on the horizon.
What happens to Canelo after this? It don't matter. He's made a big statement for not only Mexico or the pride of Mexico, but for all Latinos right there. So he's done a great job for himself, man. Nevertheless, Crawford is on his way, continuing to create greatness.
Once the face of boxing and nearly untouchable in his prime, Canelo looked a step behind as Crawford unraveled his game plan with speed, precision, and ring IQ. In the aftermath, several legends and analysts urged Canelo to think seriously about retirement before his health and legacy suffer further damage.
After watching the fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, here are my two biggest takeaways. Number one, this high-key wasn't even the best fight of the night. The best fight of the night goes to the viewers versus sleep. God damn, bro. Y'all delayed the throwdown longer than black families on Thanksgiving. I don't understand why y'all be taking your sweet old time when it comes to these fights. Start them undercards at 5 p.m. at the latest. It's absolutely insane that we watched all these damn fights tonight, but the viewers were the only ones that was knocked out. No pun intended, but I actually got saved by the bell. I heard that ding ding, woke my ass up in the 4th round. So we gonna have to make some changes. Takeaway number 2, however you feel about this fight, these guys are everything that's great about boxing. Word to Max Kellerman. We've been in this era of boxers where a lot of fighters have been prioritizing their record above actually fighting competition. And what these two did tonight, they didn't even have to do it.
At Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Crawford shocked the world with a unanimous decision over Canelo to become the undisputed super middleweight champion. The judges scored it 116 to 112, 115 to 113, and 115 to 113 for Crawford. Jumping 2 weight classes, Crawford became the first male fighter in the 4-belt era to claim undisputed status in 3 divisions. For Canelo, it was just his 3rd career loss, bringing his record to 63-3-2 with 39 knockouts.
That one basically nailed on for you.
Yeah, no, it's boxing, isn't it? It's boxing. It's one of them things. God's got a greater plan.
Do you think it actually could still happen, you and Canelo?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I don't think it'll happen pretty soon, though. I think he'll have a bit of time off and we'll see what happens.
So, do you think Crawford will stay at the weight or should stay at the weight?
I reckon he will stay it because he looked good at it. He looked strong at it.
Did he seem hurt in there at all?
Nah, not at all, man. He was eating them punches, bro. I was shocked, but he's a GOAT. He's one of the GOATs.
Hamza, what you making of frustration? Terence Crawford, he just messed up your bag,
I know, bro.
He messed up your bag. What's
you say that, though. You say that, but listen, God's got a greater plan, innit? God's got a greater plan, and it'd even be an honour to share the...
The opening rounds were tactical. In round 1, both fighters tested each other, Crawford circling, jabbing, using footwork, while Canelo pressed forward trying to cut the ring. By round 2, Crawford's speed and sharper punches frustrated Canelo, who swung big but missed more than he landed. By round 3, the pattern was set, Crawford controlling distance, scoring with counters, while Canelo lunged for power shots that made him more predictable.
Is that the game plan to start turning it up maybe in round 4?
Well, the first 3 rounds, I felt like I was in control. I think he was trying to figure me out.
Did you feel that you were frustrating him? He tried to lift you up. He headbutted you. Were you sensing that you were frustrating him?
Of course. He was a little frustrated in there, but that's part of the game.
And last question is, I know it's right after the fight. Have you feel yet the significance of this win and what it means in your legacy and your career?
To be honest, when I set my sights on doing something, and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me, but for me, I knew I could do it. and I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
In the later rounds, Canelo's frustration was obvious. Instead of building combinations, he lunged with single, desperate punches. Crawford stayed composed, dictating range and landing clean shots. By round 9, Canelo's timing slipped, his output dropped, and his attacks became easier to read, clear signs that Crawford was firmly in control.
Canelo really was trying, couldn't get to him. You know, he looked a bit frustrated, but it was a great fight all around. Both guys looked good.
Crawford an all-time great, Lennox.
Crawford was
Everybody.
Lennox, what are you making the frustration?
What he's done is only special people can do these type of things, and Crawford is special, and he did it.
Champ, what are you making the frustration? We saw in the 8th round, it looked like Canelo Alvarez almost wanted to walk off at one point.
Yeah, I mean, he was frustrated, and it is frustrating to try and fight a guy, and you want to fight, but this guy's moving well.
With this victory, Crawford etched his name in history. Already undisputed at light welterweight and welterweight, he now added super middleweight, making him the first male boxer in the four-belt era to unify 3 divisions.
Is that Terence Crawford is the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world. On the judges' scorecards, which we will talk about, 115, 113 on 2, 116, 112 on 1. He won the fight by a unanimous decision and is crowned a 3-division undisputed champion. History tonight in Las Vegas, man.
Absolutely. I picked Canelo because I thought he was so much bigger, almost 3 weight divisions above him. But the majesty and poise of Terence Crawford's brilliance tonight was to the fore. I had it 9 rounds to 3. I can just about see 8 rounds to 4, the 16-12 score. I cannot see 7 rounds to 5 from 2 of the judges. Terence Crawford tonight, at speed of thought, speed of hands, speed of feet, took it to Canelo when he had to. Canelo had no answers to him. For me, Terence Crawford moves up to the #1 pound-for-pound spot in the sport right now, above Naoya Inoue, above Alexander Usyk. He is incredible. To become, historically, a 3-weight undisputed world champion, it just beggars belief what he's managed to do. He was immense tonight. He took it with humility. There was a little bit of emotion afterwards, but from first to last, I have to say it, Canelo did not have the answers for him.
Ryan Garcia praised Crawford, tweeting, "He's proved it. He's arguably one of the best ever." Garcia highlighted Crawford's catch-and-counter mastery, noting how he absorbed Canelo's single power shots and returned fire with precision. After the fight, Crawford himself fired back at critics, posting, "For all the nobodies." It was a pointed response to Canelo's pre-fight digs about his resume, turning insult into validation.
Last press conference,
We'll see.
when I walked you down, when you were supposed to be the bigger man.
Yeah, hey, you say that because you're fighting with nobody, and you obviously look like you're a great fighter. But you find out September 13th, this is gonna be different for you.
And it's going to be different from you as well. The last fighters that you fought, they ain't on my level. And
I fought everybody. Mention me one. You
Since
mention me
2002.
one elite fighter. Just one.
You.
Oh, me.
Look,
It's gonna
you.
be me.
I don't
And
care
you
about
will-
nobody else.
And you will see that.
You. So when I beat you, is you going to be a nobody? When I stuff a mud hole in your ass, is you going to be a nobody? You're going to be just like everybody else. Watch. Same shit that everybody else been saying since I moved to 147, I ain't fought nobody. Every last one of them stump a mud hole in their ass and he going to be next. Watch.
Piers Morgan hailed Crawford immediately. "I don't need the official decision. Crawford just gave a masterclass. Magnificent performance from the new undisputed GOAT." Comedian Tracy Morgan echoed the praise, calling it a moment that shook up the world. The consensus: Crawford didn't just win, he dominated.
It was such a one-sided fight. He had so much success. No. Do you want to see that fight again? No. What do you want to see Terence fight next? Just to see both of them go home safely. What about Canelo? You still want to? Who would you like to see fight? Yeah, those things. Canelo's a great champ. Yeah, all the time, boss. All the time, boss. Who would you like to see Canelo fight next?
Is Crawford the greatest of all time? Is Crawford the greatest of all time?
Yes.
Jake Paul also weighed in, writing, "Weight classes exist for a reason." He used Crawford's performance to prove that skill can overcome size, pointing out how Crawford neutralized Canelo's power despite moving up 2 divisions. Paul even shaded critics of his own career, where weight disparity has often been a talking point.
Weigh-in, I'm sorry. What'd you think about the weigh-in?
I missed
days up.
I missed it.
You missed it?
I missed it. I just got here.
167.5 apiece. Both guys look chiseled up on the scale, real focused. What do you think we're in for tomorrow night?
Man, I think we're in for a hell of a fight. You know, both are great champions. I got a lot of respect for both of them. You know, I'm a fan of both. And, you know, the consensus may be, well, because Terence is smaller, you know, maybe if he gets hit with a big shot, he may just run the whole night, but that's not in Terence's blood. You know, he's willing to go out on shield, and that's a big reason why I respect Terence so much, on top of, you know, all his ability and you know, his skill, and, you know, he's got a mean spirit too, so.
Yeah, it's going to be a massive fight. Obviously, I fought both guys. Crawford has the skill, the movement, and looks amazing in his pictures. When you look at him in training camp, he looks all ripped and strong, and he's always been that heavier guy, that stronger guy, the guy that holds on the weight well. Even though he's come from such a lighter weight, if you think about it, he's come up from, I think it's featherweight. In all his career, he started off at featherweight, and now you can see him as he's a beast at this weight, putting on that extra weight, muscle, strength. I've seen him wrestling guys when I was in camp with him from my last fight in Omaha, Nebraska. He was wrestling these heavy guys, and he was taking them out.
Shakur Stevenson saluted Canelo, tweeting, "Respect to Canelo. A lot of fighters are scared of challenges, but you always put it on the line. You're a legend." While many hide from big fights, Stevenson applauded Canelo's willingness to face anyone, even in defeat.
I think Bud gonna cook Canelo. I think he's gonna cook him. I think, Canelo a hell of a fighter, but I think Bud just got all the tools to beat him.
You don't think the weight difference is gonna be too big of an advantage?
I think y'all make that something, in certain fights,
Boxing makes it something, not us.
like if this was like a Benavidez, he's actually a lot bigger than Bud, so that would apply. But I feel like with Canelo, he's physically kind of big, but height wise, he's kind of small. So I don't think so. No.
Corey, how you got a decision established? Because Bradman and Boozy think that Bud actually might stop him.
Me and Boozy talked about that. That's crazy. Me and him got on the phone and talked about it, but I think that's possible. I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but I think it's a possibility if Canelo gets to acting out of line and not understanding that Bud can crack too. So.
Rising lightweight star Keyshawn Davis, a close Crawford teammate, celebrated with passion. He said Crawford proved beyond doubt that he is the greatest of all time, silencing critics who doubted the weight jump. Davis stressed that Crawford's discipline, adaptability, and timing make him unlike any fighter in the sport today.
What's up, bro? Yes, sir.
What do you think made the difference?
The speed, really.
Yeah.
I think it was the main factor. Canelo couldn't really keep up with him. He was too fast. His feet, footwork was too good.
Do you think the scores was right on, or do you think maybe it was a little more towards Bud?
What was the scorecards?
115, 113, 116, 112.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah?
I feel like Bud damn near basically won every round, so
yeah.
Honestly. But yeah, that's about right. You can say that.
Now, with this accomplishment, Keyshawn, is he on the Mount Rushmore of boxers?
Yeah. Yes. Fuck yeah.
Yeah?
3-time undisputed. He just beat Canelo.
Yeah.
The face of boxing. So now you can say Bud is the face of boxing.
Greatest of all time, or?
Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it can never be one great, but he definitely one of the greatest of all time, for sure.
After the fight, Canelo handled defeat with humility. He praised Crawford's speed, timing, and strategy, admitting he struggled to break through the counters. "I gave everything, but tonight wasn't my night," he said. Asked what it felt like not to hold a belt for the first time in a decade, Canelo replied, "I win no matter what." He stressed that championships don't define him, and while losing hurts, it's part of boxing.
We knew Crawford is a great fighter, and I did what I supposed to do. right? I try for every way, and I train really hard, and he deserves all the credit. No, I try my best tonight, and I just cannot figure out the style.
Was it something specific, the movement or his speed or power, or what? Was there something you could put your finger on that gave you the most trouble?
Everything.
Okay.
He have everything.
And just one more, Canelo, it has been, I can't even know the number of years it's been since you've been without a world title. Even after you lost to Dimitri Bivol, you still were the super middleweight champion. It's been probably 10 years or whatever since you haven't had a title. Has it sunk in yet that for the first time in all that time, you're not a world champion?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Just that it's been so many years since you have not been a world champion. And so has it sunk in yet that for the first time in forever, you're not a world champion?
No, I feel a champion, no matter what. You know, I win no matter what, and I still feel a champion. So it is what it is. You need to take the loss and accept everything. But I'm gonna continue. Do it.
In a powerful display of respect, Crawford returned Canelo's belts to him in the ring before sharing an embrace. The moment symbolized more than victory, it showed reverence for Canelo's legacy, even as Crawford cemented his own by becoming the first man to unify 3 divisions in the modern era.
Please stay down. Regálanos una foto con Chino, con Eric, con la familia Eric, por favor. Muchas gracias.
Gracias a todos, de verdad, Cuando era jovencito te dijeron que no bajes la cabeza, no la bajes más, nunca la bajes. Hay que reconocer, hay que aceptar las cosas que la cabeza. Estando aquí ya ganamos. Gracias.